call the meeting to order. Invocation. Alderman Martin, if you don't mind. Thank you. Amen. Pledge of Allegiance, Chief Hebert. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Chuck Ashby. Katie Chasson. Bry Core.
Here.
Jeff Dorey. Here. Dickie Lachele.
Here.
Step Martin. Sandy Marks. Here. Samuel Reggie. Byron Rillridge. Here.
Thank you, ma'am. Let's see, appearances, agenda amendments. Agenda amendments, let's get that right. Any amendments? None. Approval of minutes for the regular council meeting held on December 17th and special council meeting held on December 24th. Offered by Alderman Martin, second by Alderman Core. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Mayor's report. Do you have your you should have been emailed your sales tax and sewer user fee charts. All looks good in the neighborhood. All seems to be in line. Sales tax is up a few dollars from last year, and so is sewer user fees. Status report of audit findings should be in your packet also. That's obviously a requirement each and every month that you are provided that, and then your budget actual comparison. Yes, sir. They do. So we'll get you a copy of that. So along with my report, I'll tell you, it's been, is it February yet? It's been a long month. January 1, we went to the new software, and pretty much day and night, the ladies at City Hall have been working through it, trying to get the kinks out, and it's been tough. But they're pushing through and they're making progress. It's just slow progress. And then, of course, last week set them back a bit, but we will certainly get you those documents. As always, it's always available to you all. Let's move into anybody got any questions on any of that? Concerns, complaints? I'll take those too. Let's move on into the standing committee reports. Public Works Committee, Alderman Dorey, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Public Works Committee convened Tuesday, January 14th, 2025, 5 p.m. in the council chambers, and a motion was made by Alderman Sandy Marks and seconded by Alderman Brad Ford to adopt the resolution regarding the LGAP fiscal year 2024-2025 grant application. We're okay? Okay, I thought you fell out your chair. Huh?
No, the speakers weren't on. So.
Okay. Motion made, now so moved.
It would have made a whole lot more noise than that.
Oh, really?
Offered by Alderman Dorey, second by Alderwoman Marks. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, that was an action item. Under non-action items, Public Works Director Albert John was not present Mayor Monso presented the report. And I talked to Albert today just to talk to him. I hadn't seen him in a while, and he said he's doing better because anything is better. but
He's
but
been
he says
struggling.
He's still having tests run, and when he gets the results, they're going to know what they're going to do, if they do a surgery or just an injection. But his back is still in bad shape. So it has nothing to do with his age, because he and I are the same. It's just, you know.
It's just a back issue, yeah.
But anyway, so you need to add anything to the report, or?
No, well, I do want to say that, and because we've gotten some questions about it, and so this LGAP money that you just approved for applying for again, each year we get $12, $14, $16,000 each year from it. The parish gets a lump sum, and then it's you know, they decide, the state decides how much goes to each municipality. But over the years, it's been spent on many different things, and as you know, $12,000 to $14,000 isn't a whole lot of money when it comes to buying equipment and things of that sort. Last year, we replaced some of the weed eaters and lawnmowers and stuff, some of the aging, smaller equipment that we could. I said last year, the year before, the last year's money, I just placed an order on Monday morning for some what are called jersey barriers. As you are well aware, for 80 plus years, we have a festival that is held on the streets of downtown Crowley, with hundreds of thousands of people throughout the weekend that are on foot on that roadway. And so historically, being a public servant and in the public safety sector of our city, we've always made sure that we left those roads with easy access for fire and police vehicles to pass if they needed to. And so as time changes, so does our tactics, unfortunately. And so we're having to look at permanently blocking these roadways and only leaving a few areas open for fire and police to be able to access if need be. And so the chief and I have met, and Brad was included, fire chief also. I'm working on a grant application now for some hostile vehicle barricades that are movable, that would work in those intersections for first responder access. But on Monday, I used the $14,200 to purchase jersey barriers. Jersey barriers are the plastic. They're 72 inches long, 42 inches high, and they're filled with water. You'll see them a lot of times on the interstate, construction zones, and things of that sort. I ordered 36 of them, I think, and they should be in time for Mardi Gras. So we're going to start using dump trucks and trailers and, of course, these barriers, and working on the grant for other barriers. But the plans are in place, and we're working on protecting our citizens and the visitors to our city during these events, and permanently blocking these roads during the events. So the money we got, the last check we got of this LGAP money is being used on that this time. So just to know, there's plans in place. We've already started moving forward on those things. So that's it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, and Street Commissioner Wesley Jacobs presented his monthly report, and the engineer Tim Mater presented his report. No further business, we then recessed.
Thank you, sir. Let's see, Utility Committee, Alderman Martin, please.
Thank you, sir. The Utility Committee convened on Tuesday, January 14th at 5 p.m. at Council Chambers. A quorum was present. On the action items, there were none, and on the non-action items, wastewater superintendent Tim Crater presented his monthly report, and city engineer Tim Mater had no action items to present from his monthly engineer's report. There'll be nothing further to come before us. The committee recess.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Let's see, Recreation, Alderman, let's do Alderman Lachele.
The Recreation Committee convened Tuesday, January 14th, 2025, 5 p.m. in the council chambers. A quorum was present. On the action items, there were none. Under non-action items, Recreation Director Zach Dion presented his monthly Recreation Department report. City Engineer Tim Mader had no action items to present from the monthly engineer's report. There being no further business to come before the Recreation Committee, the committee recessed.
Thank you, sir. Zoning Annexation, Alderman Reggie.
Thank you. Zoning and Annexation Committee convened Tuesday, January 14th, 2025, 5 p.m. in the council chambers. A quorum was present. Under action items, there was none. Under non-action items, City Engineer Tim Mader had no action items to present from the monthly engineer's report, and there was no further business to come before Zoning and Annexation Committee, and the committee recessed.
Thank you, sir. Public Safety, Alderman Core.
Thank you, Mayor. The Public Safety Committee convened Tuesday, January 14th, 2025 at 5 p.m. in the council chambers, and a quorum was present. Under action items, a motion was made by myself and seconded by Alderman Byron Wildridge to amend the agenda to include a 2025 Class B beer and liquor renewal application for South Crowley Pantry. All voted in favor of amending the agenda. A motion was made by myself and seconded by Alderman Jeff Dorey to approve the 2025 Class B and liquor renewal application by South Crowley Pantry for consideration by the council. Alderman Sammy Reggie recused himself from the vote. All others in favor. The motion carried, and I so move.
Offered by Alderman Core, second by Alderman Dorey. Discussion? Alderman Reggie?
So I'll recuse myself from the vote. The question I have is, so do they not sell beer and liquor until we get it approved? They just haven't.
Yeah.
That's right.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
As indicated on the agenda, we have a new application, which I believe is a renewal that didn't go to the committee, Mayor, for Silver Investments LLC, DBA Cajun Mart. It's listed on the agenda as a new application, but I believe this is a renewal.
Well, it didn't go to committee, so.
Yes.
I think it may be new owners.
Or if it's a new owner, then it should be a new
It's
application.
new owners.
Okay.
I think it's the same owners as every other one. It's a new, so
Okay.
it's new owners,
Okay.
yes.
Right, that's a new in, Sanders District.
Yes. Located at 109 Southeastern Avenue for a Class B packaged beer and liquor permit, and I so move.
Offered by Alderman Coors, second by Alderman Martin. Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Alderman Reggie recused himself. Motion carries.
Next, the motion was made by myself and seconded by Alderman Byron Wildridge to amend Chapter 1, Section 1-8, General Penalty of the City Ordinances to change the minimum fine from $50 to $100 for consideration by the council. All in favor? The motion carried, and I so move.
Okay, do we need to? Yes, so the motion needs to be what is on the agenda. To consider the adoption of a resolution calling for a public hearing on February 18th, 2025 for the adoption of ordinance amending and reenacting provision of Chapter 1, Section 8, Criminal Code of the Code of Ordinance of the City of Crowley.
And I take the adoption.
You gonna make that motion?
Yes, as read by the mayor, and I so move.
Offered by Alderman Core, second by Alderman Martin. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Next, a motion was made by myself and seconded by Alderman Byron Wildridge to amend Chapter 7, Criminal Code of the City Ordinances for consideration by the council as indicated by items A through CC below, subject to review by the city attorney. All in favor, and the motion carried.
Okay, you you want to make a motion to consider the adoption of a resolution calling for a public hearing on February 18th, 2025 for the adoption of ordinance amending and reenacting provision of Chapter 7 Criminal Code of the Code of Ordinance of the City of Crowley?
Yes.
Is that what your motion is?
That will be my motion to include that.
Provisions, yes. All right. Offered by Alderman Corr, second by Alderman Morton. Discussion.
Yes, I'd like
Yes,
to
sir.
make one amendment to that agenda according to item J. After receiving correspondence from City Attorney Michael Landry, he indicated that this item can be omitted from the amended ordinance.
Okay.
And Michael?
So Brad had requested an amendment to the curfew ordinance to change the age from 18 to 17. And I think Brad's reasoning for that is there were some changes in the legislature defining juveniles as being, defining 17 as the age for juvenile jurisdiction in courts, so that you can charge a 17-year-old as an adult. But that doesn't change the age of majority. The age of majority is still 18. So I think the amendment did not accomplish what Brad was setting out to accomplish. And obviously, we want that curfew ordinance to apply to as many people as we can. And so leaving it as is, it would apply to 17-year-olds and under. As Brad was looking to amend it, it would apply to 16-year-olds and under. So
Right. Okay. Okay. So the motion will be to consider the adoption of a resolution calling for a public hearing on February 18th, 2025 for the adoption of ordinance amending and reenacting provisions of Chapter 7 Criminal Code of Ordinance of the City of Crowley with the exemption of J.
Correct.
We have to vote on two separate ones?
No.
No, that,
We can say we're going to leave J out of it. J is going to stay the same.
right,
Correct? Okay.
yes,
So that's
that is the motion.
That's your motion?
Yes.
Alderman Martin, that's your second?
Yeah. We got two lawyers. so-
All right.
That's right. They
Any
do-
more discussion?
They do come in handy.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, let's see. All right, then we'll move to non-action items. Chief of Police Troy Hebert presented his monthly report, which included a summary of the police department records that indicated most crimes in the city have decreased. Fire Chief Luis Romero presented his monthly report, which included a summary of calls for services and response times. The chief informed the committee that he and several of his staff performed a comprehensive inspection of the new fire trucks at the manufacturing facility and said that he hopes to have them delivered before Mardi Gras. City Inspector Tony Duhon was not present because he was assisting his mother, who was hospitalized. The committee discussed the installation of four-way stop signs at the intersection of North Avenue G and East 9th Street. Chief Troy Hebert stated that he will look into the number of accidents and speeding violations that have occurred in this area and will report back to the committee. There was no further business to come before the committee, and the meeting closed.
Mr. Martin?
I just want to bring something up. Me and Byron happened to have a conversation on yesterday on the corner of Weston and 10th Street. I don't know who that light belongs to. Someone, I know it's not the city. I don't think it's
10th and Western? What light?
10th and Weston. There's a light where the light protrudes when you're heading west.
A security light
Yeah, I don't think it's just one.
pointing to that house on the corner?
Right, yeah,
Okay.
like I said. But
Or
either
mostly
that,
today.
yeah, that light needs to be reflected down or whatever, because when you're coming down 10th Street, it blinds you.
There used to be some trees there, and they cut those trees.
Right.
The light has to, I'll have to check with Clico. The light has to be for the property owner because
Well, I know
they-
that, but I'm just saying that we
right.
can, yeah.
maybe Clico can put a different type of light up there that's not maybe so wide or something. I'll have to get with Willie and see if.
Yeah, more directional
We can
light.
fix that,
All right, well, it was brought up, and seeing it at
Right.
night is a problem. Chief,
Right,
get a
right.
chance to swing by.
Yeah, you used to not even notice it because the trees were so grown over there, but they cut the trees along the side of that house, and man, that light just, I mean,
Well, I mean, before it calls it.
yeah, yes, sir. Okay,
Mayor, do you think that might be a light that was requested by the property
I
owner?
think so, I
Okay.
think so. Yeah, because it shines towards the house mostly.
yes.
But it's a large floodlight. I
It
mean,
is.
it is a big one.
No, it's not a normal street light.
No, no. Yeah, it's a, yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else for public safety?
That'd be it.
Thank you. Let's see, public buildings, Alderman Wilridge, please.
Public business convene. I know the item number one is gonna be referred to the Finance and Revenue Committee. Does the
Yeah.
other one gonna go to Finance Revenue Committee too, or just
No,
item one?
no, just, go ahead and read the committee report, and then, because these two things are not on the committee report, and then we'll go to 1 and 2. Yes,
So
sir.
I ain't got nothing on my committee report.
There's nothing there.
No.
Right. Oh, okay, okay, that's right. All right, so let's just do that. So number one, did not go to committee, if you want to read it.
The approval of the construction of record retention building to refer to the Revenue and Finance Committee for appropriate of up to $250,000
225.
to 25 for the infrastructure and fund investment that did not go to the committee, so
Okay.
You offered, I'll second.
I offered second.
Offered by Alderman, no, you're good. Offered by Alderman Wilridge, second by Alderman, Martin. Discussion.
Have you looked at the plans for the building since it's in historic downtown?
So,
It's not gonna be a metal building downtown.
so what I am, what I need is the funds to do it. Currently, the building that these, records are being held in, it is a mess. But it's been broken into 3 times already. And so we need something secure. I went to the city of Rain. They recently, a couple of years ago, completed theirs. And I'm going off of the same kind of design as theirs. But yes, that's a step that I need to take to go through the historic district. But yes, it's planned to be a metal building. I did mention it to the historic district last year sometimes when I started to look at this. I've been putting it off because I didn't want to spend the money, but I don't know that we got a choice. And, you know, look, I'll make it the same color as the metal building that's attached to the back of the Opera House if they want me to. But it's going to be a metal building because there's no reason to build a brick building for the city to hold records in. It's just not affordable. I don't care what color they want me to put it, we'll put it whatever color it is. The plans currently, with the, obviously the chief and I have met, but the plans are to put it on the parking lot of the police department. It would be a 60 by 100 building on the southwest corner of the parking lot of the police department. It will have 4 doors. It's planned to have 4 doors on the north side of the building. It will run, the 100-foot would run east and west. The 4 doors would be 4 entry doors for 4 different compartments basically in the building. City court, city hall, city police, and then a smaller section for the fire department because they have records that they don't have as many, but they have records they have to keep. The police department would, obviously, the police department parking lot is obviously the best place for it because of security. It would be air conditioned, but only for climate control. So we're not going to keep it at 60 degrees in there, but it would be climate controlled. Obviously, security cameras in and out to assist with security on it. So that's where it's planned to be. We do have some property behind the Jaguar office, but that's, you know, the closer we can have it to City Hall and City Court and the police department, the better, because City Court accesses those files often, believe it or not. I didn't think they did, but they do. Probably on an average on at least once a week, they access that building to access records. They get requests for old records for some reason or another, and they have to go look for them. And they have probably 60 or so file cabinets full of stuff, not counting boxes on top of boxes. I mean, it is crazy, the records. And like the police chief says, a lot of this stuff is you have to keep it for life. So I'm trying to build it with the future in mind so that the next generations will have room to grow in it. So, but I have thought I will approach the historic district and try to work closely with them to try and make it work. Cost-wise, there's no way that we could do I mean, there is a way. Right. But I do want to make it look nice. I mean, it needs to be presentable. We certainly don't want it looking too good. Yes, sir.
Is there any consideration that you could have a brick ledge to where in the future they could brick it in? I mean, I'll be gone by then.
I can certainly look at the cost of that and see if we
Yeah,
can afford it in here.
Yeah, future generations,
Yeah.
they may decide
Yeah.
they want to do that.
Sure.
And it'd be ready to go. But
Yeah.
we don't have to do anything now.
Right.
But,
Yeah,
you know,
we can look at that.
Yeah, when you're pouring the slab, it's gonna be the same one way or the other, you know?
That's right.
Yeah, but
That's right.
Ted, all you need is just the ties. Brick
Extra.
ties into the building.
Extra concrete, a little extra concrete, and
that's
yeah,
all you need.
yeah,
You can do that with any building.
correct.
Mayor,
Yeah,
I
we
have
can
a-
certainly look at that.
A question, I
ma'am.
know that the clerk of court has digitized some of their records. Is there any consideration being given to a future?
We would love to, but the clerk would love to have that done now. But there's still things that we have to keep on paper for a certain period of time also. But absolutely, we would have to build the infrastructure for that also. We don't have the computer system or anything to do that right now anyway. And we have to have an employee to do that, yeah. I think that's something that we can work, take care of going forward. At a certain point, we can start that process and use that process to go forward. And just, what's in the past is we'll just hold on to it and work, when we get to that point, work on a point and move forward with digitizing everything.
So is it going to be just records only, or is it going to be evidence that the police would have to access?
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to,
I mean, that's a
Yeah.
different type of.
we don't want to put on TV everything we're going to put in there.
Well,
so-
that's true. Okay,
Any more questions?
we're good.
It's not an
We're
evidence
good.
room, no.
Another thing you need to realize too, a lot of them want original signatures. From court
Yeah.
records,
Yeah,
they
Yeah.
want original signatures.
so, okay. No. Any other questions? All in favor, did we vote on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries, thank you.
On item 2, the approval of payment number 2 for the Urban Park and Pavilion Project to Prestigious Contract Group LLC in amount of $78,090. And I so move.
Offered by Alderman Wilridge, second by Alderman Lachele. Discussion?
Let the money man second.
No. We just got the information for that since the meeting was rescheduled a week. We were able to get the information for that partial payment. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
There being no further business coming before Public Buildings Committee, so we recess.
You got that memorized, didn't you? Thank you, Mr. Wilridge. Insurance and Personnel, Alderwoman Marks.
Thank you, Mayor. The Insurance and Personnel Committee convened Tuesday, January the 14th, 2025, at 5 p.m. in the council chambers. A quorum was present. There were no action items, and the committee also had no discussion, and the committee recessed.
Thank you, ma'am. Community and Economic Development, Alderwoman Chasson.
Thank you. The Community and Economic Development Committee convened Tuesday, January 14th, 2025, 5 o'clock p.m. in the council chambers. A quorum was present. There were no action items. Under non-action items, Councilwoman Katie Chasson informed the council of events happening in our community. Assistant Director of Main Street, Hank Capel, reported about Main Street and the events they have scheduled for the upcoming year. There was no further action to come before the Community and Economic Development Committee, and the committee recessed.
Something's missing with that. We had the discussion of, making Delta Sigma Theta an official OOR
That was
organization.
that was going forward from my report starting next month.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I
so
can't
It'll
add
have to
them
be in the
till
next-
last month.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, we got a few Deltas in here, want to congratulate y'all. Y'all become, right, as an OOR, Official Organization of Recognition. So, the only person y'all need to talk to is Katie. Tell her what y'all want and what y'all need, and we good.
I think,
Congratulations.
And she knows that, so absolutely. So, yeah,
yes.
we will add
Yeah,
them
Katie
for next month.
communicates with them often.
So, thank you so much. Okay, so, but moving forward, as Hank gave his report, talking about approving the closure of part or all of Parkinson Avenue, and allow the open container law to be lifted for the events that he listed on the Main Street calendar. We did not vote on that.
No, that didn't go to committee, so we need a motion.
I so move.
Offered by Alderwoman Chasson, second by Alderwoman Marks. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
All right, thank you so much.
And that's it?
That's it.
Thank you, ma'am. Let's see, Revenue and Finance Committee, Alderman Lachele, please.
Thank you, Mayor. The Revenue and Finance Committee convened Tuesday, January 14th, 2025, 5 p.m. in the council chambers. A quorum was present. We had no action items. We had no non-action items. In tonight's agenda, we have a request for the approval to appropriate up to $225,000 from the Infrastructure Fund Investment Account to construct the Records Building, and I so move.
Offered by Alderman Lachele, second by Alderman Martin. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay. There being no other business to come before the committee recessed.
Thank you, sir. Ordinances, resolutions, engineer report. I'll ask that you say a few extra prayers for Alderman Ashby as he is dealing with some health issues right now. He couldn't be here tonight. He actually was unable to attend LMA with us this week, so he did text me this afternoon, so he's doing better. But if you can keep him in your prayers. And yes. Oh, yes. Also, Mr. A.J. Crater, police juror, was killed in an accident yesterday. So if you can remember him and his family in your prayers, our condolences certainly go out to his family. Motion to adjourn? Offered by Alderwoman Marks, second by Alderman Doré. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you all.